Hello, beautiful singers and people. Thank you for being here. You might hear my own voice is a little raspy. You can kind of tell looking at me, I'm a bit disheveled. It's because I was up a good bit of the night with some stomach issues, some of which have materialized as reflux. So I thought that today would be a good day to do a little video about reflux, things that I take, supplements and things like that to help with it. And then what to do if you're a singer and you wake up with reflux or you've got this going on. Looking at my clock because I have a lesson in about several more minutes. Reflux stinks for whatever reason. It's very common for singers to get this. I'm noticing that my glasses are off. If you go to the ENT and they diagnose you with reflux, which a lot of times you can tell on your own, sometimes not. But like what I had last night, I can tell it's reflux. I can still feel it. My stomach is off, my throat is like burning. So a lot of doctors will tell you to go on like Pepcid AC or something like that, Prilosec. If you look at those long-term, they're not great for you. They don't agree well with my system. I have tried them and they just mess me up. So I have this lovely alternative that my friend who is the SLP, one of the SLPs at the Mayo Clinic, recommended to me. I'm very grateful to her. Thank you, Stacy, for your help with this. And let's walk to my kitchen and I'll show you what it is. It's called Reflux Gourmet. Gourmet, ooh, fancy. And it's actually this gel that comes in like this squeeze tube. This is the only flavor I've tried because I heard that it's the best one. They also have mint. And no, I'm not being paid by them or anything like this to do this. But yeah, it's just basically you take, you take about a teaspoon of this, and instead of doing anything to your stomach acid or changing your stomach chemistry in any way, all it does is it's this stuff called alginate, and it basically forms a little float, and it floats up to the top of your stomach, and it forms like a plug that keeps, a gentle plug that keeps the acid in your stomach from coming up your esophagus and burning your throat and your vocal cords. So I like it because as far as I know, it doesn't do anything to like change what's going on in your stomach. It's not an acid reducer because sometimes the problem is actually that we don't have enough acid and So there's lots of other holistic ways to look at this. And since I tend to lean towards the holistic, yeah, that's a whole other story, but that's what works better for me and my body a lot of times. So I like that it's not like an acid reducer. It just keeps your throat safe from the acid. And I have used it for a while. It's helpful for me. I've recommended it to a lot of my students. They've had good success with it. So that's my number one recommendation. If you wake up and you've got a church gig at 9 a.m. and it's 7:45 in the morning and you feel refluxy, the first thing I would do is get some steam. And I'm going to be repeating things I've said in other like vocal health videos. So if you know these, feel free to tune out now. But I would get some steam and inhale steam for a while to see if you can take the inflammation down in your cords. You know, if your voice is cutting out, if it hurts to talk or sing, my recommendation is do not sing. Better to cancel. But if it's kind of, on the edge, if you're a little phlegmy, like you can hear in my voice, but if you could still sing a bit and cover it, that's helpful. On days like this, I tend to rely heavier on my technique. So I would add a little bit more air through my singing tone. That tends to take a little pressure off. I would support more, just do the things that you know to do, but bump everything up by 10 or 15% just to take pressure off of your cords, which are probably a little crispy. That's where I'm gonna stop this video today. I really just wanted to show y'all Reflux Gourmet. I didn't hear about it until, I don't know, maybe like a year ago. So again, thanks Stacy for helping me out with that. It's been a great help. You know, ideally we would all be able to figure out the root of the problem, make those lifestyle changes, and then we wouldn't need anything like this. But, you know, I'm not perfect. Y'all aren't perfect. I know I shouldn't be eating sugar, and I had a delicious gluten-free, dairy-free sugar cookie sandwich, and I'm pretty sure that's what got me last night. So I know some people can eat sugar just fine, but right now, sadly, in my current state, my tummy is just not gonna tolerate it. So I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna have the tools I need to help me. And in the meantime, it's not the worst thing in the world for me to be experiencing something that's hard in my singing, because I can go through it, feel it in my own voice, and then help my own students out of the woods the same way that I help myself out of the woods. So, okay, I hope that you have a lovely day. I'm gonna say goodbye for now.